You've been told that therapy takes years, and sometimes it does, but what if the brain could actually heal faster than that? Let me tell you a little bit about a teen that we're going to name Joan. This is someone who was in traditional talk therapy for several years, and they'd had nightmares every single night. It was an older teen who wasn't even able to sleep by themselves. They were so scared of going to sleep. It was impacting everything. They weren't getting enough sleep. So their grades were slipping. Their mood was just, always on edge. They had such high anxiety. They started really struggling with friends. Things were just not going well for this teen. It was all rooted in this nightmare piece that was going on. And even though they were in with a therapist that they really liked and felt safe with and felt comfortable with, nothing was really shifting with the nightmares. Other things had shifted a little bit, things would get better and then they would get worse. But those nightmares, man, they just kept going on. Then they came into EMDR therapy and things really shifted because it was the type of treatment that this kiddo needed. Instead of just needing to feel supported, this child needed to actually rewire some memories from the past that were causing those nightmares. And so the EMDR therapist was able to pretty quickly build on what the child had learned in traditional talk therapy. So they already had some good coping skills, some good ways of settling down their emotions after it was agitated. They were able to go in, identify the memories that needed to be rewired, start the EMDR process, which allowed the child to start feeling less afraid of those memories, allowed their brain to start shifting the perspective that it was using in those memories, and really allowed them to start coming back to themselves. Their parents were super excited because it was like getting their kid back. The laughter, the connection, the fewer late night meltdowns, and then the child was able to finally start sleeping on their own, eventually able to do sleepovers and normal kid things that they had just completely not been able to do before. All because we went to the root of the issue, rewired those old memories, came up to current day, and even went into the future so that we were able to really reinforce this moving forward for this child. It's not a shortcut. It's just what the brain finally needed to do the things it needed to do in order to heal. So if you've got a kiddo that's in a similar situation, give us a call. We're happy to answer any of your questions. We've got some therapists that have evening and weekend availability in both our Round Rock and our Austin locations and online. We're ready to help your teen start feeling better faster. Thanks.